World Cup qualifying Africa Ethiopia vs Egypt, prediction, team news, lineups preview. Egypt will look to edge closer to securing a spot at the 2026 World Cup when they face Ethiopia on Friday in round 5 of the qualifiers. The match will be played at Larbi Zuli Stadium in Morocco, with the East African nation unable to meet the required venue standards. Match preview. Egypt returned to action for their first outing of the year, aiming to pick up where they left off in their World Cup qualifying campaign, having established themselves at the top of Group A with 10 points from 3 wins and a draw. The Pharaohs began their journey in emphatic fashion, dismantling Djibouti 6-0 in November 2023 before cruising to a 2-0 victory over Sierra Leone 3 days later, heading into the African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast with confidence. However, their AFCON campaign fell short of expectations as the record holders exited in the round of 16 following a penalty shootout defeat to DR Congo, a disappointment that led to the dismissal of former head coach Rui Vitória. Egypt resumed their qualifying charge under Hossam Hassan, who guided them to victory over Burkina Faso in his first competitive match at the helm, though they were held to a 1-1 draw by Guinea-Bissau soon after. Since their last World Cup qualifier in June, the Pharaohs have played 8 matches, winning the first 4 before experiencing a 4-game winless streak in the latter fixtures. The first 6 of those games came in the AFCON preliminaries, where Egypt topped their group with 14 points from 4 wins and 2 draws, booking their place at the tournament in Morocco. Their most recent 2 outings were in the African Nations Championship qualifiers, where they fell to a 4-2 aggregate defeat, following a 1-1 draw in South Africa and a shock 3-1 loss in the return leg on home soil. 4 points clear of second-placed Guinea-Bissau in their World Cup qualifying group, Hassan's men will be eager to extend their lead at the summit with a win on Friday, though they face a tricky test against a side that emerged victorious in their only previous meeting outside Egyptian soil. Meanwhile, Ethiopia, under Messi Teferi's leadership, are looking to salvage something from a string of disappointing campaigns, having missed out on securing a ticket to the continent's biggest tournament in Morocco and also failing to qualify for the 2024 African Nations Championship. Teferi took charge ahead of their final 2 AFCON preliminaries, but despite his appointment, the Walia finished bottom of Group H, a setback followed by another underwhelming showing in Chong qualifiers, where they bowed out after a 4-1 aggregate defeat to Sudan. Ethiopia's World Cup qualification bid has also been far from ideal, as they remain winless in 4 matches, with just 3 draws to their name so far. The Walia opened their campaign with a goalless draw against Sierra Leone before suffering a heavy 3-0 defeat to Burkina Faso, followed by 2 more stalemates against Guinea-Bissau 0-0 and Djibouti 1-1 in the June 2024 doubleheader. These returns leave the East Africans 5th in the standings with 3 points, 2 ahead of bottom-placed Djibouti and 7 adrift of the summit, making Friday's match crucial if they are to keep their hopes of reaching their first-ever World Cup alive. Team news. Teferi has introduced 4 newcomers to the Ethiopia squad for their doubleheader against Egypt and Djibouti, while Habdemu Tekest returns to the fold for the first time in 4 years. A total of 24 players have been called up, with defenders Wolde Emmanuel Gatu and Abdusalam Yusuf, along with forwards Ahmed Hassian and Mohamed Abra, earning their first selection, while Abubakar Nasser remains the only foreign-based player in the selection. Egypt's squad for their games against Ethiopia and Sierra Leone retains a familiar look, though Egyptian Premier League top scorer Imam Ashur has been omitted, while goalkeeper Abdelaziz El Baloudi earns his maiden call-up. Mohamed Salah's presence is undisputed, with the Liverpool star in fine form for his club and expected to lead the charge on Friday as he seeks to add to his 5-goal tally, joint most in the qualifiers alongside teammate Mahmoud Trezeguet. Manchester City's January signing Omar Marmush has also been included and should play a key role, coming off the back of a productive outing for the Citizens, where he found the net last weekend. Ethiopia possible starting lineup: Habtamu, James, Tunjo, Bekele, Kassa, Marcos, Johannes, Tekest, Worku, Gezahagen, Gugsa. Egypt possible starting lineup: Shobir, Eid, Sobi, Rabia, Hani, Atia, Fathi, Marmush, Trezeguet, Sulla, Faisal. We say Ethiopia 0-2 Egypt. Egypt head into this clash as clear favorites, having impressed in their campaign so far, while the neutral venue limits Ethiopia's home advantage. Additionally, the North Africans boast a potent attacking force, with several players in top form, which could prove too much for the opposition's defense. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.